think it was my internet connection was a little messed up there, but should have it fixed now. We've bumped everything back a little bit, so we will try this. We're going to get into a modern league, and let's roll. You can hear me now? Yeah. I figured you could. I was just trying to get everything figured out. I was acting like I was dropping lots of frame rates, so wanted to make sure. What you been up to, Mike? Enjoying your quarantine or being depressed like a lot of us other people? I know this has been a lot of what's got me through is being able to get on the stream and actually talk to some people. Our opponent does not like us. Oh, they joined. We've lost the die roll. We are playing Lurrus. Alright, this hand's awful. Can't keep. Good start to the stream. Okay. This one is not the worst. Do kind of hate that we don't have any way to make this druid good. Really, all we have here is a lot of mana. Yeah, being super bored, I feel that. So having the double lunge, though, does give us some inevitability if this is like a grindy matchup. So I think we're kind of forced to keep this, even though it is a sucky hand. And I think we just want to bottom a noble. We have plenty of mana in this hand already. Oh, we're playing against Tron. Okay, that bauble there is not bad. So we actually are going to cast this bauble first and then see what's on top. If it's something we don't want, we can fetch it away. It's a Giver of Runes. So I don't think we want Giver of Runes. We need things that can help us convert this into infinite mana. So let's just go ahead and shock here. If this is Tron, we should be fine to shock. So this is also a really interesting time to bring up the fact that there is an interaction with Devoted Druid against a lot of things that might try to exile. Chalice on 0. Got it. Chalice on 0 does cut. Oh, and Chalice on 1. Okay. So this is probably Eldrazi Tron. But I think we're fine here. Definitely not what you want to see there. But we'll go ahead and play our Devoted Druid and get in with our Noble. So we need to figure something out here. Them having the Chalice on 0 and on 1 is going to make it a little bit difficult for us because we don't have Lurrus. Here, actually, I think our plan is to just... I really don't know, actually. We might just have to go on the beatdown plan. Chalice on 2 would be, very bad for us, but I don't think it's... we have ways to get around it because of Finale, and we have 1 chord in our deck that can be big enough to go get the Vizier, and then we can make infinite mana. And also, we still just have, the beatdown plan, which I think is what we're going to go on now. Yeah. Needs more Garuda. Thanks for the follow, XO704. said the bald Spencer? Uh, all decks need more Gyruda, yeah. I'm actually looking into, there is some Gyruda decks that are, there's a really sweet one in Legacy, and the modern one actually doesn't look too bad either. So, we definitely might look into playing those. So we're just going to attack with this Lurrus, and we're on the beatdown plan here until we can find something to do. Luckily, their hand sucks, and they kind of just looks like they kept off the back of having double chalice. But no, but I got hair under this hat. I just like to wear hats. Love you too. Matter Reshaper. All right. So there is a Duskwatch Recruiter. We can do some things with that. Oh, the bald Spencer. Okay. It's the other Spencer. All right. Makes sense. His name's also Spencer, you guys. So he had to confirm which Spencer he was. So boom. We still only have one activation. We can activate Duskwatch Recruiter twice. So I think that what we want to do here is let's activate Recruiter. Because if we hit, okay, all of these do nothing. But what we can do is we can postmortem lunge our Noble Hierarch, and we can actually attack into this Reshaper with this Lurrus. And I know it's just going to, they're not really going to be big on any kind of removal. But this will be a 2-mana spell when we do it. Yeah, so this pumps up our Lurrus. If they want to block, they can block, but we're going to gain 5. I'm fine with them trading here. They hit another power plant. Yeah, Thought-Knot's here. They're probably going to take postmortem lunge almost assuredly here. Skilled at Luck is not me. That is that's our friend Tyler. Alright, so let's activate Recruiter. Yes, we did it. And opponent concedes. Alright, was getting a little nervous there, so we definitely want Path in this matchup so we can answer their guys. Seal of Primordium is pretty good here. Caustic Caterpillar, probably not what we really want. And I don't think any of these other cards are all that great against them. It's really more of a race here. They're a little bit slower as long as they're not having their really, really strong draws. I like Giver to help protect the combo. I like Genesis Hydra, something that can get big here. I don't really care for... So we probably can trim on... Probably just birds. We know Chalice on one's probably gonna, or Chalice is probably gonna be a big part of their game plan here. So I think the only things that I really want to be resolving on the early turns are these two. Bird's fine. but it probably does the least as a turn 3 kill. Is still pretty easy to do with these. And we're bringing in an extra 1 drop already. So yeah, we'll go ahead and submit this. Oh, there he is. Speak of the devil. I guess I hadn't seen your message yet, Tyler. So that's what he was talking about. This hand's awful. This hand's also not the greatest. So the 5 that's better than this is going to include like 2. Like we already have everything we need except for the Vizier. And we have basically 11 Viziers in our deck. So I think we want to keep this just because, we're not going to play into Chalice with this. So yeah, let's keep this. It's not the greatest hand here, but I think it's fine. Oh yes, you that's the thing. Your name, Skilled at Luck, takes all the luck from me. I immediately become unlucky. See? There you go. Look what you've done. Yeah, the reason he's so lucky is because he siphons it off other people. That no one man can be that lucky. Alright, so here we're gonna 100% get our druid down, pray that alright, so they dismember it here. That's pretty good. Oh, good lord. Yeah, so probably not beating this at all. So I don't necessarily So I think the line here, we play our noble, we play this ballista for 1, we pray their hands awful, and like I said, this is just like probably like a 5% outer, but if we draw exactly Vizier off the top, next turn we can get back, we can lunge for our Devoted Druid and hope that maybe they get greedy and just decide to like pump one of these. Okay, yeah, now we can't win. Cool. So I don't think our board changes any. We just need to not draw like garbage. Yeah, we'll be on the play. Let's not have opponent have Nattytron. Okay. This is turn 3 kill in hand, so we'll keep this for sure. I think they can still chalice on 0. They just have to elect to put it on 0, even with Ugins out, if I'm correct. We even have the protection here, which is nice. He did not get Tylered, yes. Sure. They want to go ahead and hit that with the Dismember. So this is always an interesting call when it comes up. Is, do we play the other Giver? Because if they have second removal spell, they're just going to untap and kill our Druid, and then we're going to be in pretty bad shape. But if they have turn 3 Tron, we're probably going to be in pretty bad shape. So we can, if we put the Giver down, next turn, the best thing they can probably do is either kill it, or they can play, Matter Reshaper. If we get Thought-Knot Seared, though, we're probably... If they Thought-Knot Sear any of these cards, we're probably still dead. So I think we just have to hope they don't have the removal. I don't think we can wait. I think they have too many things that are going to disrupt what we're doing. Dismember again. All right. Which member? Dismember. Okay, so now we give her and we'll call for another Druid. No play here. That's interesting. So we have Druid with protection here. So let's see if we can fade one turn of them, or just fade them having some more interaction. 4 mana here, Ballista on 2. Okay. So this is still lethal. So we get to... So fun fact, if you look down here, you can hold W to do auto mana. And when you do that, you can just click once your opponent F6s. You can just click Devoted Druid repeatedly, slightly moving your mouse, and go infinite. Yep, got to get that finger work out. You know. I've gotten really good at this over time, that I can do it fairly fast, a lot faster than I've seen it done in the past. So we're just going to go to like 60 mana. That should be plenty to do everything that we want to do. And call. Go get Ballista. Ballista for... Yeah. Sweet. 1-0. Fastest you've seen. Yeah, that's what they say, you know. Fastest clicker finger in the West over here. Takes a lot of practice, you know, but... So let's go ahead and get that. So I only do 69 when I finale for 69. That's the only time I go to exactly 71 mana and then I finale for 69. So I do appreciate the 69. If this wasn't like a thing where I had to click, I'd I'd do all kinds of stuff like that. Ballista for 69 or Ballista for 420, anything like that. But nope, deck. This deck is always like just how it was in the beginning. Like an in-person game, like with actual paper cards. Those things that we used to be able to play before everything happened with the Rona. Where I could have just been like I have 10 billion mana. I'm gonna make a 69/69 ballista, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and ping you. So we want to Devoted Lurrus is our buddy. This hand's tempting. Because if we hit a land or another 1-drop, we can chord on their instep and get the druid and then win on 4. We also have bauble draws. What do you think about this, chat? What do you guys think? I mean, I think this hand's fine. We probably have better 6s, but we also have much worse 6s that aren't turn 4 kill. Keep it. Let's do it. Are paper games real? Yeah. I've only participated in a few, but I can say they are not just a myth. Though that was back before disaster struck. Now we live in a barren wasteland of tables with numbers on them. Jace Zarek. Somebody is an Is It Mage. Alright, so we have a companion and they don't. So we'll go ahead and bobble here. Let's bobble us. Have a noble on top. Actually, probably should have left that there. That way we could have corded, but I've already done this, so we'll do it. I still think we want to try and dig for druid. No, so now we have just like actual Tron doing their thing. All right. You're right. Could still be Tron. Go ahead and poke him for 1. So, could still be either. I feel like this probably signals more Eldrazi-Tron. More lands. So, cracking map here. Figure they're just going to get a Tron piece, or, yeah. Sphere. So this is normal Tron on a not very good draw. I wonder if this is red-green Tron. I know I've seen that popping around lately. Could they sudden shock me? I'd be very, very sad if I got sudden shocked. So we can cord for 2 here. Then we should be able to untap in Finale for a lot and win the game. So, opponent, would you like to F6? So I'm going to crack this for black here. Green black Tron. Is that just like a random play to make me think more? The world may never know. Either way, it looks like opponent is DED dead. And just for the sake of time, we'll just go and Finale for a lot. Finale for 50. I'll search my library. Attack you for 200 and something. Cool. Alright, so playing against Tron, this is pretty similar to the last match, except for I think we want Caustic Caterpillar here. Veil of Summer could be a possibility if they did end up having black, but I doubt it. I don't want Tormod's Crypt. I don't think I really want the third path either. We're just going to try and combo them before they can answer anything that we're doing. We still want Postmortem Lunge. So it's probably just birds again. It's probably doing the least amount of work for us here. Might actually leave in one bird and cut a bauble. I don't really want to get into a grindy game here. So, like, having baubles is good, but I don't think I really want to be casting Lurrus. I want to be combo killing. Alright. The dork is important, but I mean, not always with this deck, because... Yeah, but like even so, the fastest you can do anything is turn 3. So I think the dork only really helps if they kill the original Devoted Druid and you also have Postmortem Lunge. Is the only time the dork actually matters. Because most of the time, like, you still just win if you just played turn 2 Devoted Druid and then turn 3 you kill. I don't like this hand. It seems very medium. This hand seems worse, though. Yeah, I don't think I want this hand either. We can combo off 5. This, I mean, yeah, like this hand right here, combo kills. As is. So, question is here. What do we want to put on the bottom? We know we're keeping both lands and Druid. It's just a matter of, like, if they are to kill the Druid, and we're getting rid of one recruiter. It's just a matter if we want the recruiter or hashtag bad deck. So they do kill our Druid. I guess the recruiter is our way to get back in the game. So even though it's going to take us longer to combo with it, if we do, I think I'd rather have it over the call. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. This was a much better hand. This deck can mull pretty efficiently because of the fact that it is so redundant and it only requires, and like all of the pieces pretty much do the same thing other than the Druid and the Vizier. Or really just other than the Druid. You just have to have the Druid early. Which is why this deck took such a big hit from losing Once Upon a Time. Because there for a while it was like, without Once Upon a Time, it just made it so much more difficult to ensure you had Druid. So they're going to go Stirrings. There's a power plant. Might have the Tronsies. Alright, they have Tron. O-Stone. Okay. O-Stone is not good enough. Unless they have other interaction. So we can play a Razor Verge Thicket here. Green. Untap this. Green. 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 Finale for 2. We'll search our library. Get Vizier. Alright, so at this point they can't interrupt our mana. So I'm just going to go up to like 20 or so here and then play this Dustwash Recruiter and see if they'll concede. And then if we have to, do the whole thing where we make a ton of mana, then we will. So, yeah, but say they know we have it, so there it is. Sweet, 2-0 in the matches. I mean, they did have natural Tron, technically. Or I guess not natural Tron, they had the stirrings for one of the pieces, but like, they had turn 3 Tron, and they just didn't have a good follow-up, or they did not play a very good follow-up. Either way. This is a deck, though, that I do think is actually very well positioned in Modern at the time. Other than against, especially with Postmortem Lunge, other than the matchups against like random removal heavy decks, I feel pretty confident with this deck list. And still with Postmortem Lunge, you have a chance where they kill your guy, but you're able to bring it back the next turn with haste and be able to just play your Vizier and win the game. So I do think that gives this deck a different element. Also, like being able to bring your guys back with Lurrus as well seems pretty good. Alright, so we have Bird, Vizier, Path, and Finale here. So we can't Finale for a... I don't think this hand's fast enough or resilient enough if we get hit by anything, because it's really reliant on the fact that we need to draw a Druid soon. So I think we have much better hands than this. And that one was a solid medium. This hand's not great either. So probably go to 5 here. Like I said again, like this hand's not a great grindy hand. It's not casting turn 2 Lurrus with like a bobble or anything. So, okay. So with this hand, we can keep 2 lands, bird, and these 2 over here, and see what we can do. So we'll ditch bird and forest. You said you don't like this deck? Why is that? Why don't you like this deck, Mike? It's so good, though. So I think we lead on Giver here, because if we are playing against something that's going to have a lot of removal. And we do end up drawing our Druid. Like, we need to, like, if we can draw into, like, Druid and then a Mana Sink right away, we're great. We're golden. You don't like this deck because you play Boggles? I mean, this deck is pretty solid against Boggles, only for the simple fact that, like, it can race, but it is very much just a breakneck race to the finish. So, fetching for a Blood Crypt here from opponent. Opponent also has a companion that I didn't pay attention to, so they're a Lurrus deck. Seal of Fire, that's probably getting fired off right here on this Giver, yeah. Makes sense, makes sense. So we're just going to play a bird here. I don't know what I would want to call for right now. And this also gives us the option next turn to play that's gross. So next turn we're probably almost definitely playing Lurrus and then replaying our Giver just to get some things on the board. Unless we find something better to do. I mean, yeah, once you, like, Boggles is like still a very good deck, and I think it even got better because of the fact that they have Lurrus now. But it's just always kind of in its own little niche area. Dark Confidant. Alright, and they'll draw off their bauble. I mean, that's infinite mana if we draw what we need to. I can't see a reason not to play this Vizier out right now. Next turn they can't Lurrus Seal of Fire, so they have to have removal, and I feel like they probably would have moved this removal on our Lurrus already. I guess we can wait to post-combat and see what they do here. So we'll attack with Lurrus. They're not going to block, so we don't have to activate our Giver. So yeah, let's just go ahead and play Vizier, or play our Vizier. And draw Mana Sink off the top. So they drew Croxa here, which doesn't really do anything as it pertains to our plan. They're going to have like Push Bolt or something right here. Land works. So that they can have something different and play through our giver. But like even so, Lurrus is going to get us a ton of value here because even if they kill one of our things, they probably aren't killing Lurrus too. What? This is cake. Oh, they're just playing their own Lurrus and hoping we don't have infinite, and hoping we can't do anything with this infinite mana. Yep, that was not the greatest draw there. Six. So this is interesting here. So we do have the option of, I think keeping Lurrus around is way more important. Than keeping around anything else. Amazed that they didn't place Yellow Fire there. Oh, that bauble came from their hand. Okay, I totally thought it came from the yard. Whenever you need Leyline, it just allows you to run in 6. Okay, yeah, that's brutal. So yeah, I might have punted this here by attacking. But I don't know how much better our situation gets, to be fair. Because this same line was happening even through the giver. Let's go ahead and fetch here. Get tap Temple Garden. And draw another land. I might just need to attack down this Wren. Just so I don't get my bird killed without him trading it off. Though that I don't, I mean, like, we really have to draw something pretty good here. I think we do want to attack, though. So yeah, you just don't select Lurrus as your companion in Bogles if that's what if you like really need Leylines. Tried to make a crying face. Just look right here. I'm crying on the inside. Because this is brutal. Seal of Fire. 3-mana K command. I discard a card, deal 2 damage to this. Yeah. You have probably 0 chance to do this. I'm going to see what we draw, but if it's not anything very, very good, we're going to go ahead and scoop it up and move to the next game. That right there is the power of Lurrus. Post-mortem lunge. Huh. So this gets back our Lurrus, which gets back our Druid, which all dies to Seal of Fire next turn. Yeah. Close, but no cigar. Alright, so Branch and Forge Tender in Veil of Summer in Scoos in Crypts in probably 1 Crypt. So maxing on protection. Probably want to go down a Vizier. Go down a Lunge. Go down a Recruiter. This Cord. Probably 1 Bobble. 1 Ballista. One Dark. We can cut both the Dorks. Like you saw there, they had so many turns that they could have just killed this and they just didn't care because it just doesn't do that much. It's particularly bad when we're on the draw, but it's not great when we're on the play because they just get to come down with a Ren and 6 and kill this super easily. They get to kill Noble as well, but like at least Noble can give us some value in combat, possibly. And I don't really think we really want to tap out for birds very often because I want to be holding up Veil. And I'd rather be casting protection stuff than acceleration. Yes, we'll play first. I'll do my best, Mike. You have a good one. This hand could be okay, but it's kind of, if I need some variation in cards and lands that I can actually cast spells with. So we have Giver into Call into Vizier Call. This hand seems bad, but I think it's probably keepable. This hand's definitely not great. We'll put the forest on the bottom. Lead on Razor Verge Thicket. Yep. Take your pick. Probably take one of the calls here. So like I said towards the beginning of the video, these are the matchups that are definitely the hardest for this deck because of the fact that, so we're not protecting anything here. But simply because of the fact that they can grind games out and have so many ways to dismantle what we do best. And with the Lurrus restriction, we don't have a lot of the grindier cards that this deck could be playing had it not been a Lurrus deck. So like things that they've played in the past, Karn the Great Creator, Stoneforge Mystic with Battered Skulls, Sword of Light and Shadow, and Viridian Longbow. I've seen all of those. Alright, so they're going to kill our Giver here. But we can go get something before they take our call. Just a matter of what we want to get here. So like they have 4 cards in hand. The likelihood that they can kill whatever we play is high. There's no great 1-drops because Vizier doesn't really do anything without Druid. I don't think Genesis Hydra is where we want to be here. Recruiter could be okay if we untap with it, but at the same time, if we're untapping with a creature, we probably want it to be Devoted Druid. Skoos can eat a card next turn, but we're not gaining any life or getting it bigger because there's no creatures in the yard unless we eat our own. Could eat our own Giver and make it a 3/3, but it still will die to Lightning Bolt, but it would put it out of Seal of Fire range. It still dies to like every other piece of removal that they have. So whatever we get is probably dead to removal, and I think I'd rather have a Devoted Druid in my yard in case I draw something that actually matters. With that, like a lunge or something. And this also gives us the access to the most amount of mana. So there is actually our lunge. Alright, so they did not discard another card with that. Okay. So 1/2, tap it, green. Pretty sure we just won, boys and girls. Because we should be able to pay 2 mana into the lunge. Then we can tap Devoted Druid for mana and play Vizier, and then make infinite mana, play Genesis Hydra, and that'll find us our... So we have 50 cards in our deck, so we need to do it for 50, but that does look like a win. And that's why we have Postmortem Lunge in the deck, friends. Magic is too easy, you know. What are bad matchups? This just NBM Lurrus Devoted Druid. So we have to make 52 mana and cast Genesis Hydrus for 50. I'm going to go ahead and float a little bit of extra mana for if they make us do the stuff with the Swatch Recruiter. So we'll probably go up to like 80 here. Which will leave us with 28 mana. Just do it where it leaves us with 30. Alright. So many clicks, but we won the game, so it's okay. Opponent just has to concede. Yes. Look at my entire deck. That's what Recruiter. Yeah, okay. They see the writing on the wall. Thank you, opponent. Alright, so here we probably want to board into our other lunge here. And we can probably port in Lurrus, show who's boss. Yeah, no. I think I want to cut Veil just because it's much worse on the draw. Because they're gonna for sure get a look at our hand right away if they have a discard spell. So it's only really protecting our guys from like removal. So I think it's fine to cut that. This hand is not going to be good enough. This hand is also not very good because it's going to have to be a fair hand. And playing fair magic against Jund is not how we really win this game. Though I really don't want to go to 5. Oh, so frustrating. think we keep and throw a land back and just try and hope. I mean, I guess if we draw into good stuff, we can get something going here. So it's a possibility. So. Now, Duskwatch Recruit is probably one of the better things we have going on in this hand. But, yeah, that's bad. So, yeah, they Inquisition us. They probably... They take the Scoos. So, we can bobble here. See what we're going to draw. See if it's worth playing this Noble out or not. There's going to have to be something pretty good for me not to there. But still is an option. I don't think having information on what they're drawing really helps us here. So let's get our Noble down. It's going to feel really bad if we get Ren and 6 here. Scrapbook. Inquisition. Yeah, I agree that bubble is really good here. So I think we played Devoted Druid here and hold up Veil. Because then next turn, if we do happen to draw into... if we happen to draw into Vizier, we can actually win the game. So... Don't... just for protection's sake, I'm going to forfeit the 1 point of damage here. And we can go ahead and fetch here. Just get our other Temple Garden. There's no secrets being played here. They know we have the Veil. Yeah, also Lurrus with mana up. Like, even if we don't draw anything off of this, like, having Lurrus with mana up seems pretty good. EE on 2. Okay. They can't pop that. So, we have a free turn here. Never lucky. Even so... Yeah, the Lurrus play is still great. I think we're gonna Lurrus and bobble. Just because there's no point in playing one of these 2-drops if we can't actually activate it for much value. So yeah. So yeah, we just... And now I can actually... White. Let's get our companion out. And play our bobble. Not going to bobble until the opponent's upkeep. Let's get in for 1. Are you getting tapped overgrown to him here? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I put the upkeep Scott for. Yeah, I'm not gonna forget because that's why I put the stop because I will forget if I don't. So they're drawing wooded foothills, which is nice to see. Yeah, blowing up their EE there feels kind of loose on them, but yeah, went ahead and floated the one just in case they try to do anything, or at least forces them to go past their combat step. And they have a Bob. Alright. So we draw off of our bauble here. Tormod's Crypt seems great. So I think we're just playing Devoted Druid here and forcing them to answer our board. And getting rid of their graveyard. That seems really good. And we'll get in with Lurrus because we can. Too easy. I normally say it's not easy being cheesy, but it's feeling pretty easy now. Drew a bauble there. So that's pretty good. They're going to get a couple draws. If they just want to play their bauble, play Lurrus, play their bauble again. That's slightly unfortunate, but that's Seal of Fire. So what do they target here with Seal of Fire? That's the real question. I will take your 2. So they have a Goyf. Yeah, Seal is rough, but it depends on what they want to use it on. Because like if they use it here, we get to just bring back Tormod's Crypt and get it away. That way we don't have to deal with the recurring seals. Should have called there. I misclicked. So we can force them to seal right now. Because now if they try to seal Lurrus to stop us from bringing this back, we still win. So they'll have to seal Devoted Druid. In which case we can just replay Devoted Druid. I've also been talking way too much. So yeah, go ahead and add another green mana here. Let that go. Uh, then we can play our druid again. And I might have messed that up. I messed that up. Should have played the Tormod script again. What is this? Is this a K command? They knew I had Vela Summer too. I like apparently that seemed like a huge misplay. Like you totally just play Lurrus, Seal of Fire me there. But as of right now, feeling pretty safe. That opponent punt this game away, possibly. Play Spellbomb. Am I gonna go ahead and pop this now? Pay black. Please pay black so you draw a card. Oh my god, wow. Wow. We did it, chat. The opponent botched that turn pretty bad. Sweet. So we'll just do this the easy way. Go ahead and call for Ballista. And now they know we have it, so they can do what they must, but make 40 mana real quick and win this game. I'm working pretty hard here to time us out, but hashtag skilled at luck. We were pretty skilled at luck there. We had to get lucky that our opponent botched his turn. Or her turn. Their turn. And opponent concedes. We're 3-0. We are 3-0. Lurrus confirmed. Too good. Makes opponents forget how to play Magic. No, we probably shouldn't have won that game. But it was surprisingly closer than I ever thought that matchup would be with this smaller plan with Lurrus. But you saw, we were kind of out grinding them because our Lurrus stuck around for a few turns because they had other things that they needed to remove. And then the other game that we won, we just won off the back of Postmortem Lunge being a very good card and, taxing our opponent's mana. Yeah, I do too. Like, if I don't punt that and I do get the crypt back, I probably can still win the game because then they just don't have a very effective Lurrus. They probably then try to K-command my Lurrus and I get to veil them off that. This hand's not very good. Opponent is also on another Lurrus deck. Could this be the mirror? So yeah, we don't want this. Ugh, this hand's not great either. Hope they are 8-rack Lurrus. Why would you wish that upon me? That deck is hot. That's pretty impressive. Even though you miss out on Liliana, still does seem pretty good. And Davriel. Davriel's kind of sweet too. We don't know this matchup, but I can go ahead and assume because this is a Lurrus deck, it's either there's two ways. It's either the mirror or it's the grindy game type mid-range deck. The sacrifices you make to gain the world. I just don't think we're doing enough here. The best thing we do is play Recruiter on 2. We have to draw really well with this hand to make it beat a grindy deck. So I think I'm going to hope that they're on like one of the lower interaction Lurrus decks. And yeah, I agree. Oof. 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 I don't want to go to 4. Yeah, this so bad. Like, yeah, just ditch the path and a lunge and hope to God we draw forest. Do what you want to do, opponent. I'm not looking. Why did you wish this on me, chat? Why? Skilled at luck, why? That has to be it. What other deck is playing Urborg right and discard spells right now? Oh my gosh. There's a high probability right then that when seeing that discard, yeah, we're just gonna concede. I guess there is a chance if we don't hit this land here, we're conceding. This is very very bad for us. We'll verify, I guess. I'll sit here and suffer through this. They took the Vizier, which is smart. Most people would take the Devoted Druid and not think about this lunge. Castle Lochthwain. Whatever they are gonna kill me very, very brutally. Land. Forest. Temple Garden. Alright. Let's see if we can get any information out of opponent. Are they gonna play some rack pieces, or if you have 3 or more cards, you. So yeah, this is definitely what that is. This is most definitely rack. I'm getting Raven's Crimed again. Yeah. We might have a chance. I'm not saying it's much of a chance. Yeah, I kind of hate that you called it 2. I really kind of hate that you were just like, oh yeah, they should. I hope you're playing against Lurrus 8 rack. That deck's pretty cool. And of course, I play against Lurrus 8 rack. Did not tell me their record. Alright, opponent. Do to me what you will. Oh, and they have Lightning Bolt. Okay, did not see that coming. Okay. No use in doing anything here. Like, I'm just intrigued enough to keep playing this game, even though there is so low of a chance that we could actually win. But there's a, I don't, like, what is this? Could possibly be just some sweet brew. What does this do? I don't have enough mana to cast Lurrus. It passes turn. That is correct. That is very correct. Let me dream, chat. So what I'm really confused is what in the hell are they Lurrusing back? Sure. Yeah. Necrogen Spellbomb. Modern staple. Sadly, it's still crazy to me. Like, we're not outlandishly out of this game. Like, they haven't found anything that actually deals damage yet. I'm wondering if they're gonna... Is this just like a hard lock with... Once I'm empty-handed? That's pretty cool, actually. Like, they just play that and then on my draw step hit me. And... So, like, this just... So I guess I want to keep cards in my hand because it gives me the option with the spell bomb. I guess no, because they can. I should have cast that. No, because they can hit me here and then play it again. I mean, this game. I agree. This is awful. So they drew a land, so they got to discard to that. So now we are effectively. Oh, they're gonna draw a card and then play it again. And now we're effectively hard locked from. Oh, there's their Shrieking Affliction. So they are rack. They're red-black rack. We're hard locked from ever drawing cards. Uh, that's kind of brutal. Yeah, and then they hit us with the spell bomb, make us discard our card. I honestly think we might still be able to win this game if they can't answer our Lurrus, though. Like, even though we're gonna get zero value off of it here, they haven't. They have nothing in hand, and because our Lurrus can attack or block their Lurrus, because they don't want to. They don't want their Lurrus to die. I guess they don't really care. I'm probably still just gonna die to the Shrieking Affliction, but. Oh, Kroxa? Kroxa would make a lot of sense in a deck like this. Just be able to recur. This is sweet. I will say that. I mean, this is very impressive. Okay, so we can play a Druid here. I don't think attacking does anything for us here. Because we don't want to block their Lurrus, so we're not really gaining any life there. Yeah, cool. We'll go ahead and concede there. We're not winning this game. So Veil of Summers, 100% get in. Tormod's Crypts, 100% get in. Screws is getting in. I like lunge. More mana we can get. Yeah, I agree. They were very aggressive with the removal. I think we're probably just trimming on one bobble. That's the other thing. This deck list is so tight. We can cut one Vizier. Probably cut the cord. Damn. Hmm. I'm really just kind of leading towards Bird. Bird's probably the worst top deck later in the game, and I don't really think we want it that much in the early game either. So, yeah, it'll get more stuff out of our hand, but I just think it's the worst top deck late game. Yeah, Dorks are less good here. Seal of Primordium is a possibility here. So maybe Seal is worth having. Can put it over a Genesis Hydro. Yeah, we'll go with this. Oh no! I just said I would go first. Out of habit. We just talked about it too. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. Yeah, so disclaimer, always go second. JK, go first and put all your Veil of Summers in your opening hand. That's what you do. Calculated. See? It's all, we know what we're doing here. Let's see what we got on top. I'm actually not too mad about the call there. So I think we'll just do this. Yeah, I thought about it after I played it. I don't think it's gonna matter because I think we're just gonna end up like I'm gonna want 2 mana up next turn anyway. So I think that I probably would have been more correct to go Thicket into Windswept Heath. But then if I draw something that I want to play, I'm probably still shocking this in. But yeah, you're correct. Getting a bob. So we can call here. Get our... Can't see anything. Get our Devoted Druid. Still have Veil of Summer up. This is lethal next turn. They drew Lightning Bolt. Nice. Another Bob. So they're going to be drawing all the cards. So here I think it's Lurrus Bobble. Yeah, I think it's just Lurrus Bobble. I was thinking about possibly like call, but either way we're on the same clock of trying to combo, and this, you know, at least is drawing us cards, keeping us ahead. And we'll wait till our opponent's turn. Just because in the future we're going to do that, it doesn't really matter as much now. Actually, we'll just wait. It's going to tell us what they draw off these bobs anyway, so it's not like we're getting any more information. So they drew 2 lands. Alright, so we can... Veil. Okay, fine with this attack. Opponent playing Bob Tribal. And there's their rack. So let's go ahead and see. They're drawing Angrath's Rampage. So we can play our Druid here. And we're going to have to fade a whole lot of removal here, and they're going to draw 3 cards, which stinks, but... So... Played a land. I know they have these other 2 lands in hand. So we know 4 of their cards. Lurrus Lantern Control. Is that even good? Because you miss out on bridge. Like, so here they can take whatever they want. Doesn't matter. We have redundant combo pieces. I mean, yeah, you miss out on bridge here too, but like bridge here, I don't think matters as much because you're, actively ripping away the hand. Whereas, I guess if you just replace bridge with more. So they want us to sacrifice a creature. I think. So if they have removal here, they'll just fire it off now if we sack Lurrus. So I think we just sack the Giver. That's a Croxa. So we won this round. Because this is whenever each opponent discards a card. If you didn't discard a non-land card. So yeah. So beginning of chosen player's upkeep, the rate deals X damage, where X is X minus 3. X is 3 minus the number of cards in their hand. So we take 0 and take this attack. So opponent must know they're dead. Just for extra assurance there. What am I doing? We went ahead and drew a Veil of Summer. Cryptic Companion Lantern. Don't tempt me with a good time. So we're just going to do this for like 13 or something. Go ahead and untap Devoted Druid. Finale. All this mana. I'll even get back Scoos. Alright, another one. Uh, do you want to change anything up? Lurrus just doesn't seem very good in their deck, in my opinion at least. Like, it gets them value, but like they have to do a lot before Lurrus gets them value, so I don't know if I want another path. I kind of liked the way we had it set up there. Well, you gotta account for the green, so yeah, 13. Lucky number 13. Uh, I don't think we want Forge Tender, because the only thing we're really dodging out of them is bolts, it seems like. I haven't seen pushes or anything. Yeah. Just convince them to go first. Yes. That's how we do it. See, the thing is, now we're gonna trick them because we went first and we had all those Vela Summers, so they're like, okay, well we need to go first so we can get there before his Vela Summers are live. So we let him go first. See, they're all messed up in there. They don't know. They don't know what to do. It's all in the mind games. See what I tell you. I'm keeping this hand. Even though this hand's loose. I actually don't know. Do we keep this hand? This seems kind of meh. Uh, they decided to go first. They did decide to go first. We tricked them. Yeah, I mean, I think we do. Having the bobble, it sucks because you just know that they're gonna rip our hand apart here. But it's kind of like a pick your poison. Like we have all of our hate cards in here, so oh, and we get to choose. Probably the path. I feel like, or seal path, seal path, seal path. We can bring seal back when we want it. So Andrew drew a land there. Go ahead and we can go ahead and get the crypt down. And now they know our entire hand. So you know. We'll wait to bobble them after. Doesn't really matter here. Yeah, Veil. Draws us into another finale. Yeah, this is the best case situation. We mind gamed them into going first, and then we had Veil. So what's coming here? Spell Bomb, sure. So they have Croaks on top. So yes here. So we're probably gonna call here. Black, black, red. Play Lurrus. Seems very weak on their part. So I think we still call here. So that if we draw a land, we can still do both. Play Devoted Druid and path their guy. I don't like the best thing they do is they get to play this spell bomb and we can just crypt in response. And we can recur our crypt. So they gotta have bolts. It's a possibility. So you think like maybe just holding up, like pathing Lurrus now and holding up Veil is just better? I'm down with that. Because, I mean, as is, we have their Croxa answered with this Tormod script. But yeah, not having to deal with their Lurrus here is going to be pretty good. Yeah, Croxa. Discard a Finale. Since it's the redundant piece in our hand. Nothing here. Sweet. Go ahead and Druid here, and then we can hit their yard. That way we don't have to deal with future Croxas. Yeah, I'm surprised they don't run Seal of Fire. We have to discard a card. Sadly, Veil doesn't stop this one, so we can do Dustwatch Recruiter. Because this this way we can finale for our other piece. Raven's Crime. Alright, so let's go ahead and Veil of Summer here. We just have to hope they don't have Bolt. Like, Bolt's our worst nightmare here, but they don't have removal for this Devoted Druid. Looking pretty good. Croxa. That's fine. Fine to take damage off Croxa. Land. Sweet. So this is just lethal. Because we can make green. Untap here. Make green. 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 Finale. We want to search our library. We're going to get Vizier of Remedies. Make infinite mana. We can cast Lurrus, and then we can cast Dutch Watch Recruiter, and then find our Walking Ballista. And we Gucci. This deck's sweet. So, just if opponent's going to make us do this, we're going to go ahead and get up to like 50 mana. That way, if we go ahead and do it a lot, and have to activate Dutch Watch Recruiter a lot, we don't have to. Yeah, I agree too. I think they could have played this a little bit tighter, and I do think like cards like Seal of Fire should 100% be in their deck, but I think she's gonna go to 60. But no, opponent's deck is definitely sweet. When you said I was gonna play against Lurrus 8-rack before this match even started, I thought you were crazy. I didn't even know that was a thing that people were doing. But look at us now. Cool. Alright, so let's play Lurrus. Why will it not let me pay white with this? What is going on? Okay, I was about to get like real super tilted right there. I was gonna be absolutely livid if I had this game won, but Moto decided to screw us out of it. Opponent might be trying to clock us out, but we like have all the time in the world. Just looking for our ballista. There it is. Opponent gonna make us play it out. Good thing we got the fastest finger in the West over here. And can click right on through this. We're doing it, guys. We are living the 5-0 dream. Still have one more round, but this could be it. GG's, opponent. GG's. All right, we're 4-0. All right, let's do it. One more match. Let's see if we can get this trophy. And then go to bed. Oh, record up top does still stay 2-0, actually. Forgot to transition it over. Thank you. 4-0 with some Devoted Druid Lurrus Devastation shenanigans. Love it. Let's see if we can get this trophy, boys and girls. See if we can get an opponent first. Lurrus is a big thing the deck needed. Just extra consistency, extra cards, ways to grind through your graveyard later on in the game. Whenever you get into these grinding games where all your stuff's dead. Yeah, I agree. What are you playing at the moment, Skill to Luck? In Modern, at least. I know we talked a little bit earlier about Legacy. What's the hotness you got going on? Hardened Scales? Lurrus Hardened Scales? Or you still on the green-white with old, what's-his-face, Heliod? Surely you're on Lurrus Hardened Scales. Heliod's still Bay, though? Yeah. No, Heliod is a card. I actually picked one up the other day. I only like the art, where he's in the stars, the constellation art. Alright, opponent does not have a companion. I do. This hand's awesome. Yeah, we'll keep. I mean, you can do it in Modern. You just aren't doing the best thing you could be doing. Wooded Foothills. Blood Crypt. Shriekhorn. Okay, where it gets Dredge. We can race with Dredge, so... And awesome. That's our win condition right there that we just drew. Not always an easy win. They do have some pretty, especially since they're on the play, they do have some pretty fast starts that they can get, but if they don't get a very, very good fast start, then we definitely have a good chance to win a game like this. Like that conflict right there can definitely be very problematic. Luckily, we have this lunge here, so we can kind of play through the conflict rate if that's like what they do on one of their turns. Kind of hoping they don't have a second land. That would be quite good. Right, they do. I mean, definitely not say like I still feel like we're pretty favored here. Though they do keep hitting these damn creeping chills, which is kind of scary. Uh, so just play this Tempo Garden tapped. Play our Druid and see what they do. So like this turn's kind of interesting as to what they do. Like obviously they're gonna dredge their Stinkweed Imp, but you know, do they have the third land, or are they gonna need to dredge back Loam so that they can get the third land? So they dredge back Stinkweed Imp. So like right here they can Conflag and wipe our board, which is unfortunate. But then, yeah, so they go 2 and 1. That's fine. Next turn we play a Vizier. And a bird. Bird was a good pickup there, so it can chump block if we need it to. So here, they are really gonna need to. I think they have to. They have to have. They dredged there, so they don't have third land. So they can't. What did they dredge? So they dredged Stinkweed Imp. And then what are they going to do? Activate Ox? Because like activating Ox doesn't bring back Bloodghast, which is what I'm scared of. So I think the correct play that they should have had there was to dredge Loam and then cast Loam and play a land. But they were going to have to hope they hit all their Bloodghast, or like 2 more Bloodghast off the Loam. Like I just don't think this does it. Because they've already dredged over 3 of their Creeping Chills. Yeah. This is over. Yeah, Vizier was a great draw. That's probably the reason we're able to actually win this game, because I don't think we would if we had to wait another turn. Oh, they dredged a Dakmore salvage off of that. Okay. So that was good for them. So they do have exactly lethal here if I didn't block. So this bird was actually an insane draw. Insane draw equals easy. Yes. Correct. Correct, Amundo. I will always yield through your prized amalgams. Do your things. I'm just gonna go infinite and kill you. Alright, so we just go white, green, postmortem lunge for Devoted Druid. Oh no! We can't pay the 2. No! We can't pay the 2. Damn it. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Oof. Did not think about that. They had just. Oh my gosh, this is Xaxes. I'm gonna cast it anyway. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna let them know I have it. Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. Thought we had that one. Crypts. I'm gonna get in. Forge Tender can get in. Probably care a little bit less about Bird here. Just win 2 games. It's not that hard. Bring Scoos in. Everything else I'd good on in the sideboard. Cut this cord. Cut a Duskwatch. Probably. I think I'd rather have Bashir over these baubles. I don't think there's a grindy game that we win. So I think keeping a bauble's fine, but I think we're just looking more for maybe it's Genesis Hydra. Genesis Hydra. Genesis Hydra is also a win con, which I kind of want. So yeah, I think we just have to, slow them down or race them, one of the two. But I don't think bobbling's good. I don't know. Trim a lunge. Yeah, they don't have a ton of removal, and we're bringing in more protection, so that makes sense. Trimming a lunge and keeping the bobble. Yes, we'll play first. We have Lurrus. Alright. Keep all day. This hand's great. This hand is great, great, great. Is it worth it to cast this crypt here? Just like thinking like next level. What if they have exactly... Yeah, how do you use and loses it 2 life? Hey, don't talk about it. It's over now. So crypt. So we crypt here. they could just like Nature's Claim and then have a really powerful turn 2. So do we just wait to cast this crypt till next turn? Like, what do they do on turn 1 that just like is all that powerful? I think I want to wait. It's only punished by haggle or if they have exactly Thoughtseize. But like if they have Nature's Claim, granted, I don't think they bring in Nature's Claim against us. We want a race, so I don't think they would want Nature's Claim against us. So I think I'm just gonna play it. Yeah, we came to the same conclusion there. Little things to think about, though. Yeah, that's what I figured. Some already, if they're playing Sodex list, Sodex already moved the other conflag to the main now, last I checked. So, Lunge isn't a bad draw there. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this one. We should be able to steal this one for sure, and then we'll just have to hope we can have an actual game 3. So they milled over Narcomoeba and Thug. I think I'm fine with them dredging Thug. Get in for one? Yeah. The beats. Yeah, definitely hitting the creatures that need to come back is the most important thing with the crypt. Lightning axe here. This just deals 5, doesn't exile or anything, so yeah. Damn, that sucks. So if we get Druid back, we can only make 3 mana, so we actually need another thing. So I think we want to Finale for a 1-drop here. Crypt Lurrus Crypt is a line 2. Crypt Lurrus Crypt is a line. I like that. Yeah. So we need to hit land. Land gives us lethal with what's in our hand. If not, we're probably just going to replay Druid with our Lurrus. Or we might just crypt again and do our line that I was talking about from last time where we just finale for one since we already have our win con technically in our hands. Go ahead and hit this here. Worst case scenario, they have another, like they have a cathartic reunion or something that they can fill their graveyard back up with, and 2 dredgers to pitch to it, which we know they have 1 because they just dredged. What are they doing in response here? Cycling Forgotten Cave to dredge again? Why would you do that now? I mean, yeah, killing Lurrus is obviously bad, but like, I'm more worried about their graveyard. If they kill our Lurrus, we can actually get it back with this postmortem lunge. If we really have to. I don't understand the cycling of the Forgotten Cave there, because it just put, like, the only thing they were going to get off of that is like a Narcomoeba. And I guess they get 1 dredger back in their hand. Play Thug. Got it. I can get in for 1 here. Land. Wrong land. So we can cast this. I mean, we said land, and it gave us a land. I think we just... We can go ahead and just play this recruiter. There's no reason not to. And then... we still have lethal next turn. Yeah, this is like... was already like a not a great matchup for Dredge because we could race them. But now that like we have games like this where we just kind of become like the control deck per se, where we just crypt them over and over again. And they have to hard cast Stinkweed Dumps because they just can't answer our Lurrus. Get in for 2. So yeah, we can Postmortem Lunge our Devoted Druid back. For any of those out there that don't know either, once Vizier hits the battlefield, uh, they can't interrupt your uh, infinite mana unless they have something with like sudden shock or something. I think we're keeping this deck the same. So, because I've had a lot of people who've done that to me when I've played this deck before, especially in paper. I'm like, Vizier, and they're like, cool, resolves. And I go, make infinite mana. And they go, well, wait, in response, I'm going to bolt it. I'm like, well, that's not how it works. Like, because you can, so you go, like, untap my guy by putting a -1/-1 counter on it. They go, bolt it. And you go, okay, well, I'm going to untap him and put a -1/-1 counter on it. So you just go make, however much mana you want to, let the whole stack resolve, and your Devoted Druid dies. But you still have infinite mana, so if you have your sink to go into, you just win the game. All right, game 3, all the marbles. Let's get this trophy. Noble Recruiter, call. This is turn 4 kill in hand. Huh. This is where the greed starts keeping in. Like, is turn 4 on the draw fast enough? I don't think it says yet. They mulled the 6. So, but we don't know how far they're going to mull. Of course, Dredge mulligans very well, but they definitely keep their 7. Turn 4, kill on the draw. Because we get to call. Turn 3, we get to play Recruiter and our Druid, and then turn 4, we get to play Recruiter and then call, and then we get to untap, play Vizier and Druid. I think we just have to keep this. Like, it's risky because we could draw awfully out of this, but I think yeah, just draw good cards. Drawing good cards, all I got to do. Yeah, math works that way, kinda sometimes. But like just having all our lands and all the spells we need. So they mulled the 6. Yeah, would love to draw some hate cards in here. But we draw lands. Okay, so we'll just Razorverge Thicket, play our Noble. Yeah, fetch, shock, and then not do anything. Makes me think they have Haggle. Yeah. It's the only time I can think of that line being correct. So yeah, they haggle and just pitch a Bloodghast, not a Dredger. That's good news. That's really weird. I don't. Why would they do that? Like, did they keep a 6 with no Dredgers? Yeah, Blast Zone. Brings back Bloodghast. Alright, there's another call. Could have got in for one there. Having all these cool grave cards and keep, then try to play and realize life sucks. So yeah, just opponent keeps like a bunch of Bloodghast and prized amalgams. It's like, oh, these aren't very good. And didn't attack. What? You've accidentally kept hands without dredgers many times. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Let's get a druid here. So we got druid. Their hand just has to be removal for this druid. Like, they're gonna crack their fetch. If their next turn is just like, yeah, shock here, put a counter on their blast zone, and then play a land and crack their blast zone, then this is not good for them. That looks like what their line is. This seems really bad. Counter magic and dredge. God no. If they ever made playable counter magic and dredge, yeah, I would cry. This does feel very good for us though. If like this is their plan. They can't play Force of Negation in this deck. They don't have any blue cards. I mean, they could, right, other than Narcomoeba, but like it'd be forcing it to to play Force. For Force takes you to Narcomoeba and Prized Amalgam. Yeah, no, like the Vengevine deck actually does that fairly well. Uh, okay, so this is actually really funny. Because now they're going to have to let this Vizier resolve. Like, they have to fetch and blow up their Bloodghast and this Devoted Druid. And then before the Vizier resolves, because if the Vizier resolves first, then we make infinite mana and win. So yeah, blow it up. Should have made an extra green there, I punted. But it's fine. Just fetch here. Can get a forest. Call. And get our druid. And then play druid. See if opponent has it. like opponent's hand is either god awful or has to have like removal, I would think. But then like cracking the blast bone makes me think that they don't have any removal, which makes me think that they're just in a big pile of doo doo, and that we're gonna untap here and win this game, which would be great. I don't know what opponent kept, but it did not seem like it was very good. So they have Lightning Axe, okay. The issue here is they just don't have enough pressure, and I'm about to start just lurusing back that same card every turn. Because, like, this is just a whole lot for them to answer. We also get to get in an attack here with our Vizier. Link them to the stream so that they know they've lost. I think they can tell. It would take some pretty amazing mojo to get them back in this game. And like we're here like right now, and we have, you know, a decent shot at just being able to win this game like fair creature beats. Hard cast Creeping Chill. Oh, that sews it up. Get a follower along the way. As nice as that would be, I'm gonna let opponent think about what they did and go ahead and get this trophy. So let's make a bunch of mana. Get our ballista. We'll ballista for 13 because we've had some pretty good luck on this stream today. But we are going to go ahead and lock this one up. Also, if they make me play it out, I'm paying the blood gas. We did it! We did it! Give me them chesties and them play points, boys. Don't time out. I don't think, was I even close to timing out? Like, did we have like a pretty good while? Yeah, thanks, Skilled at Luck. Thanks for hanging out, man. This was awesome. Great stream. We've been doing good on the stream. We 4-1 with Legacy Eldrazi the other day, and today, you know, this was just kind of a random stream. Didn't think we'd actually get a chance to play tonight, but things worked out. Figured I'd load up with something I could win with pretty quick, and yeah, nowhere near. Okay, I was like, I didn't even think I was below like 7 minutes. I thought I was still, I thought I was like, you know, still a little bit higher than that, but no, sweet man. Got our QPs over here. Play points and chests. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So overview of the deck. This felt awesome. Like this felt great. I don't the only thing. So the only changes that I made to the original list that I looked at was I cut a couple of the other random cards that had been running. They were running 4 birds, and like as you saw throughout here, I really didn't. There were a lot of matchups where I just felt like bird isn't that great. It's just kind of a dead card. It's great early on, but that's the only time it's really good is in the first, really on turn 1, and after that it's just kind of meh. And I added givers, and then I went through and looked through some of the other things that we had in here, and I added Genesis Hydra. Genesis Hydra was just kind of an idea of mine to put in here. It helps us grind out these longer games where, like, maybe we have a Devoted Druid and 4 lands. We can just actually cast this thing for 4, and it's just a 4/4 that is actually like a decent body that also can give us another card. So, maybe it flips into a Dustwatch Recruiter. Maybe it flips into actual combo piece and we go infinite. And also, if we do have infinite, like we did earlier, we can cast this Genesis Hydra for the amount of cards in our deck. Make sure we find Dustwatch Recruiter, use that infinite mana on Dustwatch Recruiter, and find our Ballista. This cord kind of felt pretty crappy the entire time. I didn't really feel like I needed it. So maybe this would be better off being another Genesis Hydra. I could definitely see that, or maybe being more protection, as in like the 4th giver. The list I was running to also had 4 Vizier. I've been pretty comfortable with 3 in most of the lists that I've been playing because you don't want to draw the 2nd Vizier very often, and you for sure don't ever want to draw the 3rd. And you're normally trimming copies of these post board in matchups where they're not great. So having 8.5 pseudo Viziers on top of having the 3 actual copies and Postmortem Lunge, I felt like we could shave the 4th copy to get something else in here. Tormod's Crypt was awesome. We definitely saw it play in there. Lurrus felt great. We didn't get to try out our core Firewalkers, but I do think our burn matchup feels pretty good with these 5 as well as Skoos and Lurrus. I'm not sure about this path here. In usual Druid decks that I've been playing, I normally only run 2 paths on the side and none main, but since we already have the 2 main, makes me wonder if maybe... I also didn't really care for having these that much, so, I could see these being flex slots for other things, and then moving that 2nd slot over here, so maybe even, putting main deck Skoos and bringing a path over to the side could be a possibility. But definitely going to keep trying some stuff with this list. I really like it, so as long as Lurrus is still around and in the format, I'm going to keep playing this list. I also think we have some pretty good matchups, too, that we didn't get to see. I think the big mana matchup, like with the Titan decks, we saw some of the big mana matchups, but I definitely think that as we go forward, big mana matchups as well as some of the other stuff we're doing is going to be really good. But thanks for hanging out, guys. For those of you watching this on YouTube, feel free to like and subscribe for more content. We'll have new stuff coming out all the time. We've got stuff coming up on Tuesday for Tuesday Brews Day. Got a spicy one for you, so make sure and come and check that out on stream. Thanks for hanging out, and stay cheesy.